Here's your sign to stop guessing and to start losing. So what is a GLP-2 plus medication from Live Light RX? Well, what it does is it targets two different hormones within the body, the GLP-1 and the GIP. It's also combined with vitamin B12, or at least mine is combined with vitamin B12 and glycine. The vitamin B12 not only helps with a little bit of energy, but it also helps to make sure that some of the nausea, if there are any of those effects, aren't nearly as bad. The glycine helps to prevent muscle loss. Now, in my case, I know that with taking the GLP medication that I did have an increase in energy, and I still do. I'm not sure if it has to do with the vitamin B12, but I would say that it does, considering most of the people that I've heard that just take the GLP-2 medication by itself without the vitamin added. I've heard that they end up getting a lot of like fatigue and nausea, things like that and such. So I would like to say that it is the vitamin B12, but yes, I did notice that I had an increase in energy, and I'm so grateful for that because I've gotten so much done in the last 2 months. It's insane. And in regards to some of the expectations that people may end up having with a GLP medication, you may or may not know that with a GLP medication, it isn't the easy way out. It is not something that's even easy for anybody. We all have to modify our lifestyles and our diets in some way, shape, or form, including physical activity. It's not something that you just take and it just magically melts everything away. You do have to do some work to get the results that are wanted, right? It's not going to just be something that you give yourself a shot and it's just going to take care of everything without you doing anything at all. Reasonable losses would be anywhere between like half a pound to like roughly about 2 to 2.5 pounds. They typically say not to go over 2, but sometimes you will end up having a little bit more of a loss one week, depending on whether or not you had to evacuate your body, or if you weren't able to eat nearly as much or something like that because of the appetite suppression. You may not have as much caloric intake that week or something. It really depends, and the situations can vary, especially like if you end up having water weight gain, things of that nature, that's going to end up causing some gain as well. So once that comes off, you'll notice the loss there too. It is something that's going to be a slow process and everything, but it is going to end up being a progress. You're going to see it some kind of progress every week. Even if it's not a scale victory, which is what we call it and such, you can still tell that like your body is catching up or it's getting acclimated, or if you're in a stall for like 2 to 3 weeks or something, you may want to change up your diet. You may want to change up the caloric intake, the types of foods that you're eating, or the activity level that you have. Because if you end up starving your body, you don't drink enough, and if you don't have enough protein or enough activity, you're not going to lose like you want, right? So just keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the provider within the telehealth process, it's a very easy process. The platform is very user-friendly and it's easy to navigate and everything. With the provider, they will give you dosing instructions. They'll tell you how much to take, what the strength is, how many units that you should take, whether or not you should switch it up midway through the week or the month or something. The follow-up appointments and conversations, like everything that you could imagine is included in the cost with joining Live Light RX. So all of your follow-up visits, all of the conversations, if you have questions throughout your process with being with them through your journey, you can always send a message. Either the staff with Live Light RX or the pharmacy staff the doctor or the Live Light RX staff will reach out to you to respond. They do so within a timely manner. Your appointments, now your initial appointments, your initial dosing and everything is really super simple, very, very easy process. They have most of the time, and I don't know anyone who has not had an appointment the same day and gotten approved the same day. So I don't know anyone who has not had that. So typically they will end up having same day appointments and same day approvals. And it's a really easy process. You just fill out the questionnaire. The doctor will go over the information. They'll ask if you have any additional questions and kind of like go over a little bit of information with you and let you know what the expectations are. Essentially like what I just did. And like I said, it's a super simple process. It's affordable. It's really easy to get set up and everything. And the staff and the doctor are super helpful. It's a smooth and easy process. And also with being with Live Light RX, they do also support you with education about GLPs and eating habits and lifestyle changes and dietary requirements, certified pharmacies, and as well as customized prescriptions also. So if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to DM me. Feel free to drop them in the comments. If you want to reach out to Live Light RX and ask them questions, feel free to do so. Just make sure when you do decide to start your journey with us to use code Mariah50. That way they know that I sent you. And from there, they will go ahead and get you all taken care of and squared away. Once you're approved for the medication, your order section will say RX sent. You'll get a text message and have it show up in that order section stating that it has been shipped, and you'll get updates and everything like that as well with the shipping. And then you can go to the FedEx website and do your tracking, or you can go to the app and do the tracking there. It does ship with a cold pack. You'll end up getting it in a shipping envelope, and from there, everything is good to go. If you have any questions, like I said, drop them in the comments, DM me directly, or you can reach out to Live Light RX. But don't forget to use code Mariah50.